So leverage the fact that you are in school, that you are working towards a degree. This is something that you, if you're currently a student, currently mention that in addition to some of the the duties that you are doing within your field, right? Within that volunteer experience. So how do you write this, right? How do you write this down? Use a transition word. So you're moving from saying in the past I've done this, and you've already stated that, and then you make that transition word to bring the statement up to date, and by saying currently I'm adding value in the field by fill in the blank. You better than I do, so you know what to put. I'm just setting you up for success. Or you can even use today. My role as a blank has attributed to furthering my education at. So today, my role in or is it my role in insert your role, your either your volunteer work or your internship work, or if you are currently working in your field, kudos to you. You're already sounding good. Insert that role, and you can mention that this role is made possible by or is attributed to furthering my education at the institution that you go to. So I'm speaking to a lot of my CSUN students right now, this semester, and so you want to mention the education that you're acquiring at Cal State University Northridge. So currently, my role as a volunteer at PALS is attributed to furthering my education at my role in my so from the top is currently I'm adding value in this particular field by helping students and by supervising them and being there and counseling them and making sure that they have somebody to talk to, and they also feel included in the daily activities there. This role as a volunteer is made possible through by way of furthering my education at Cal State Northridge. Currently, see, that's another word that lets people know. Again, currently, you want to keep people, let them know that you're talking about what's going on right now. Currently, I apply what I'm learning in school to my work duties in order to help me, and so that you're always bringing it back full circle to the profession. So you're applying what you're learning at school to what you're doing and work right now within the field, so that I can help the next generation of learners, or whatever your key stakeholders are, so that I can help at-risk youth, or so that I can help victims of crimes, and so whatever demographic you are serving, you want to insert them here, right there. So whatever you're doing, whatever your core goal, your daily duties are, you want to make sure you connect it to what you're doing currently, especially if you're mentioning any type of training that you are taking online. Right now, we're all at house, we're all in front of the computer. So take advantage of those online trainings that people kind of ignore when you get those emails, because while other people are ignoring those and not doing them, you're completing those probably while you have another window up in class. Don't do that, by the way, but I know it happens because, I was born at night, not last night. But you are now completing all of these workshops so that you can leverage them and put that in your current portion of your professional introduction. All right, so your future, that's the last 20 seconds of your 60-second professional introduction. This is pro level, or at least your expectation of being a pro, because now you can use your imagination to set goals for yourself, set these high expectations, and really you're taking it to the next level, right? You've told us your professional past. You probably weren't too happy about the title or the role that you played, but you started to highlight those transferable skills. You highlighted you quantified, right? Because numbers speak. I think I said that here, but I forgot to say, quantify your results, because numbers speak louder than words. I can talk to you guys forever, but if I don't give you some numbers right? Like at the beginning, when I said I increased average daily attendance from 40% to 100% in one academic year, those are numbers right there that make people say, whoa, okay. And the fact that I mentioned that I have an award that can attest to this statement that I'm making, that kind of sealed the deal for any listener, um, or any partner that I'm explaining this to. They're like, wow, he's not just talking out of the side of his neck. He did this. He has an award for it. I want to question. I want to follow up with him and ask him how he did that. So you want to make sure. I'll hop back over to this slide to remind you that quantify your result where you can. Sprinkle some numbers into this professional introduction because people remember numbers. You know, if you have powerful statements that are short, sweet, and to the point, they remember those too. But people remember numbers. And I'm pretty sure you're going to remember this statement right here. Quantify your results. Numbers speak louder than words. All right. So these are some of the bullet points within creating your future. This is your moment to set a goal for yourself that might scare you, right? The more intimidating the future plan is, the more challenging, which means the greater the reward, right? So when some people do the easy things in life. If you do the easy thing, you have a hard life. If you do the hard things, you have an easier life. It's weird how life works out like that, right? But the greater your goal is for yourself, and I wanted to scare you. I wanted to intimidate you. I wanted to, when it comes out of your mouth, you're like, wow, I really got to back that up now because I don't want to let myself down, right? Not the person that I'm telling you the 60-second professional introduction to, but I more so don't want to let myself down. But when you do that, be sure, bullet point number 3, do not lose sight of making sure you intersect your goal with the listener's need, with that future partner's needs as well, with that person who has the hiring power or the connections. You want to make sure that you're not just me. I'm talking about what I want to do because we already have enough of that in LA. If you're from here, and if you're not from here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. People are professional at talking about themselves, right? So you want to make sure you align what you are trying to do, what those future goals are, with the needs of that listener. The goal, where I have here, the goal must sound like something they need. Wow, that is correct. The goal must sound like something they need as well, or something they would like to partner with you on. Right? You ever heard something? Somebody has ever told you something, a great idea, and you're like, "Dang, why didn't I think of that?" Or you thought of something similar to that, but when the way they delivered it, you just like, "Man, yeah, I want to do that too. I want to be about that." This is your moment to make that statement that's going to make the listener be like, oh, okay. So explain how your current success will take you and the industry up another level. So with your degree, with your experience, and with your skills that you are sharpening right now, how is that not only going to better you, but the people that you are serving, the people around you, and ultimately the industry that you're going into? What are you going to do to raise the bar, be that game changer, or be that innovator or that leader in your field? It is not going to make sense if you have these goals that aren't going to make sense to anybody else, right? You're only being 50% selfish in this part of your 60-second professional introduction, but you're still saying some great things. All right, your tone. Notice I said the tone, your delivery for this whole thing needs to be dynamic. You need to make people want to listen to you. How do you do that? You change your tone, you change your energy, and you change your delivery. I don't know if you noticed what I just did. I changed my tone, I changed my hand gestures, I changed my facial expression, all in about 5 to 10 seconds. So at this point of your introduction, your tone, I recommend, should be inspirational yet confident. So you remember, you started off all energetic, hey, hi, my name is Brandon Harris, and so they're like, oh, okay, cool. I'm already knowing what people are looking at when they first meet me. They barely are really paying attention to what I'm saying. They're more so either gonna get turned off by my energy, or they're going to want to continue to listen to me by my energy. And once I pass the energy and the facial expression and hopefully the odor test, I don't want to be all smelling busy when I'm talking to somebody or, you know, eating some onions or something. So hopefully after I pass that whole test, of that energetic, they're listening to me. And then I told you I transitioned into a professional tone. You know, I use my CEO hands, maybe, you know, those hands with, yes. And yes. And I don't know why they always do their hands like that, but this is the more professional way. You know your voice. The sound that you put on when you're trying to be taken serious and stuff. And then you move into more of like, this is the end of the movie right here. This is the happy ending. The sun's coming out. The tone has to be inspirational. Your goal has to fire them up too. Like, wow, and but still confident that you are going to um accomplish this goal. You're not just saying some stuff that's like that makes the listener say, man, get out of here. Yeah, right. You don't want somebody to like, Bugs Bunny you. Get out of here. Like you want to still be confident enough in your delivery that they're saying, wow, this is a big order that you are putting in, but something about you makes me feel like you could do this. And then right here, the characteristic, the goal should be eye popping and jaw dropping, leaving them wanting more.